Else would it be? This is the Bitcoin Brief for Monday, September 8th. Hope you've had a good day. Hope you had a good weekend. Haven't done many of these. I'm going to amp these up from now on. So get used to these kind of short 5-minute videos. We're going to cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and we're covering one extra coin after Solana that is in our premium group. So stay tuned to the end of this video. You can see that position for one and see the analysis on that. But then two, you also get a chance to look at the group that we have going on and see if that suits your preferences. So let's get started here. So for Bitcoin, I've been kind of hounding pretty much every channel that I have is that we need to recover 111,740 740 basically. We actually did cover that. Now, we are currently dropping under this. So what we need to do here is we need to hold above this zone for basically the entirety of the candle, which we have about 21, 22 hours really to get above. Now that this has taken place, we also have kind of a sub level here, and it's going to be like right so. And so this is the marker that we have that we need to recover. This is based off of a few things. One, I kind of just deleted a lot of that big support. But you have a double bottom right here, broke down, retested the top of that, rejected, and now we have a kind of a double rejection slash build up. Depending on how you want to view this, could be bullish or bearish to you. I think most people want this to be bullish, and I totally understand why. So this is going to be the next level to have that confirmation. Right now, we have gone from bearish to neutral, in my opinion. The 111.7 gets us in neutral territory, and now I'm looking at this as a reclaim. If this gets above this, I think that we could have some sort of long option here. Something like this, to be honest with you, I think this would be a good conservative target, honestly, getting back to 119.870. And so I'm just going to front run that just a hair. It's about 2.43 R for about 6%. I think we can get that pretty quickly. The next leg up would be the test of the all-time high at 123. So either one of those I think are just fine. Got to get a little bit over that, and then we'll see how that goes. And we'll see how the market goes. I actually thought we would go down Monday, and it didn't happen. So it pretty good follow through so far. Let's go to Ethereum. Here the better context for this is the 4-hour zone, where you had this kind of like, somewhat of a support. Now this was a breakdown spring, but this is kind of came back. We had a good chance to move above here in the past 24 hours, had the rejection, and now it's kind of flirting with the lows. We don't want this to lose it, because once it goes above and then it comes back down, it will tend to accelerate, and we'll probably get this level right here, unfortunately. The top of this will be about 41.50 more or less. So that's something that we could look at and see. But this could do a rounding retest. This might take a little while. This could take up to the end of September to do this. But if it does do this, it's a very bullish sign, because these long rounded retests tend to hold really well. I like these patterns quite a bit. They tend to be high conviction patterns for me. But we'll see where this goes. I don't quite like this on the 1 day, but I did say this would be a reaccumulation pattern. Aaron does seem to reflect that with a low conviction bearish cross that could be leading into a bullish cross. So this pattern, this little hook here, is a good sign if you are a bull. Just need to get above the 50 as well on the RSI. Otherwise, doesn't look too bad. Now, Solana is one that, let's see if we can get cleaner chart for us here, is quite interesting to me. The weekly here is kind of choppy at best, I think is the best way to explain it. We do have a marker here, if I can get rid of some of this, is that we had a push up here. It's kind of giving us a little hook up here, so that's pretty good. On the daily, it's also given us another one as well, where we had kind of this zone. So we have kind of like a double zone depending on what time frame you want to be on. And so I do think that this could be worth a long if we can get a breakout above this at like 215 and kind of work with that. And going back to the weekly, our target would be this double top here at about 252. And I think that that's pretty achievable given the criteria and given what Solana has done, things like that. But a very interesting formation. I don't have any frame of reference of what this is supposed to be, but I think Solana looks pretty good. Now, one of the coins that we talk about in our premium group, and I'll leave a link in the reply to this video on X and YouTube. It'll be in the description. We go over lots of charts, videos. I do 5 videos per week, and we also do a trading portfolio. And one of the trading portfolio positions is Pump. Now we've talked about this. For those of you in premium, we've talked about this quite a bit. We talk about this pretty much every day. And our entry here was about 0.004 roughly, and it's going pretty well. There's no divergence on here, so this is pretty strong. There's no weakness necessarily. We could get a retest back here to like 4.2, 4.3. If we do, I think that would be a good area of interest for people that are wanting to long. And then you could long this here as an add-on position, like so, 2.43 for 59%, or you could even tighten this up a little bit for like a 5.4, and that would actually be better than what we have. So any of those are good, but this is the current position we got going on. I do think that we're going to get back to like 68, 69, 100 sats on here, or whatever you want, 0.0069, which would be roughly a 70% move for us. So it's going pretty well. So anyway, and I do think Pump is one of the coins. There's 2 coins out there, and I think Pump should give you a hint on what the other one should be. But I won't say it because that's also in our portfolio, in our premium group. But I think Pump is going to do pretty well. I think it's 99% surety in my opinion that we'll get a double X, but we'll see. And we already got most of that actually, because that would give us the 2X by the time we looked at the run and things like that. So anyway, that's Pump fun. Again, if you're interested in more of those, check out our group. So anyway, that is the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.